Another way to share information and to advocate for policy with stakeholders can be through something called a story card. What's a story card? A story card puts a human face on a policy issue. It's a brief summary of a person who's impacted by the issue and who will benefit from a policy change. It can help a politician or leader understand the types of people, think voters, who could be affected. Why use a story card? Well, unlike a policy brief, which focuses on data, a story card focuses on the human side of policy. It's more about storytelling. And a human story is more compelling in a different way and to different audiences than numbers or data. The way to create a story card is to interview someone impacted by the problem to understand what changes they hope for. You could ask them how the issue affects them now. You could seek to understand how the policy would change things for them. And then you could share this information broadly in a one-page document. It's critically important to understand that you have to have permission from the person to use their name, their likeness in this way. You have to also really be aware that for some policy issues, sharing a name and a face could maybe not just be unwelcome, but could actually be harmful to the subject. You should never use anyone's likeness or story without their express permission. You should tell them exactly how you'll use their information, and you should show them the final product before you share it with anyone else for their approval. They have to explicitly give permission for that information that you're sharing. And of course, like anything that you do with humans and people in the community, if they want to take back that permission at any moment in the process, they have every right to do so. So how can you find people who are affected by a policy or the lack of a policy so that you can share their story? Well, you have to get out in the community and talk to people. You could connect with local advocacy groups and ask them for recommendations of people who are involved in the issue. You could read public testimony from previous iterations of a policy or a bill or similar policies that might have been brought up in earlier years to find people who have already gone on the record to talk about or express their support for a bill. And also you could think about the different stakeholders who are involved and what they might want.